How long will you play Captain Marvel for?
I don't know. Does anyone want me to do it again?
I thought you'd never ask.
No. No.
No!
No.
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 No. No.
No. No.
No.
No! Don't be so modest.
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't have the answer to that.
News for Disney. More bad news for Disney. And this news crosses over into more bad news for my queen, Brie Larson. As the Marvels, now after being delayed, not once, not twice, not thrice, but I believe 5 times. I could be wrong about the number. It was an inordinate number of times. After the Marvels being delayed, after Disney clearly losing faith in Brie Larson and putting together this ridiculous ensemble cast with 2 other characters nobody cares about, Monica Rambeau and Miss Marvel. Now, after a string of catastrophic flops, they look like they're going to delay it. Now, before I get into the story, no sponsor, but I don't know if you all remember Isha Gaming. I'll leave a link to her YouTube channel in the comment below. 2 years ago, we met her when she got her channel hacked. I think she had 20,000 subscribers at that time. Just a wholesome Nintendo Switch game review channel. You know, this is not somebody, my endorsement of her is not, her endorsing me or my politics or my takes. So don't send any hate her way. But she had a cat named Leo who had a spinal infection and couldn't use his back legs. And she did everything she could and to help that cat, but it ended up passing away. And I thought it's not going to make the hurt go away, but I noticed she's at 94.4 thousand subscribers, just 5,600 subscribers away from 100,000. I thought maybe if you haven't yet, you would consider checking out her channel and going to subscribe to her and send some positivity her way about her cat. You can see about it in her life update video, but she's a good egg, and I like to spread positivity. So the link will be in the description below. Check her out and subscribe. Disney getting nervous about Brie Larson may push movie back. Brie Larson is one of the most famous movie stars in the world right now, but it seems not even one of her movies is a sure sell. A new report in Bloomberg indicates that Walt Disney Company, the parent company for Marvel Studios, is getting nervous about whether Brie Larson's upcoming Marvel Cinematic Universe movie, The Marvels, should actually be released in November as previously scheduled. The ongoing strike by the Writers Guild of America and the Screen Actors Guild, American Federation of Television and Radio Hosts, should, in theory, not have an effect on the release date of a completed film. However, insiders say that SAG's ban on performers doing promotion for a movie might be enough to get the Marvels shuffled into a nebulous future date. More significantly, this would be the 4th time. Okay, it had been delayed 3 times, so this would be the 4th time that Disney has pushed a Brie Larson Marvel movie back. Initially, The Marvels was supposed to be released in February of this year. Although Marvel Studios is one of the most powerful production companies in the world, with a multiple billion-dollar grossing films under its belt, it's not immune to criticism. The dreaded Marvel fatigue has been claimed by pundits to be in effect for several years now, with multiple projects since Avengers Endgame being released to a lukewarm reception and diminishing box office returns. Considering that Brie Larson was once being touted as a new central figure for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it's not surprising that Disney wants to avoid the optics of one of her movies flopping at the box office. I don't think it will flop, but I think the new normal for Marvel films will be like 500 to 700 million, which is a fine investment, which is a fine box office number if they weren't spending 500 million on filming it and marketing it. The Marvels will reportedly conclude a loose trilogy, including Captain Marvel from 2019, Secret Invasion, which is currently airing on Disney Plus and Hulu. All three projects feature Nick Fury basically dealing with the fallout from Carol Danvers receiving superpowers via the ancient war between the Kree and the Skrull aliens. This time around, Fury and Danvers are joined by Kamala Khan and Monica Rambeau, who seem connected to Captain Marvel's powers in some way. If Marvel Studios has yet another flop at the box office, it might not be the jewel in Disney's crown for much longer. Brie Larson might be nervous about that herself. I don't think Brie Larson likes being Captain Marvel. I think that she doesn't like the criticism she gets, and we've seen that kind of peek out, post out, pop out in several interviews where she said, well, does anybody even want me to do these movies anymore? Does anybody even want me to do this? I actually think that Brie Larson is, not the worst human on the planet. I know that might come as a shock to you, but I do think that Disney is. And I do think that, what they've done to the Marvel Cinematic Universe by putting diversity at the forefront over quality, over good writing, over entertainment is a reason that I would not pay to see a modern Marvel movie. If you want to see a modern Marvel movie, subscribe to Disney Plus 2 times a year for 1 month at a time and watch them all. I promise you, you'll feel more satisfaction and more value from doing that. Pay $10 once, and you can watch all these movies. Like, I don't think that any of the other than Spider-Man, any of the post-Endgame Marvel movies were worth seeing in the theater. That's just my opinion. It's been reported the film might fail since many fans won't be able to watch it. Previously, China banned Marvel movies in the country. However, it has removed the ban almost 4 years ago. However, Marvel films might face an ugly fate as China might ban the franchise once again. Brie Larson's upcoming film, The Marvels, is all set to be released this year. However, the much-anticipated film might not make it to the expectations, so there's a chance it might face a drastic downfall. Well, if they delay it again, they're going to lose all their marketing run-up. They would lose all of their clout, everything. If they delayed this movie a 4th time, they just released a trailer. So, you end up having a situation where by the time this movie comes out, it's going to be making references to stuff that nobody even remembers. Does anybody even really remember the last 2 or 3 Marvel movies? Does anybody remember where the Captain Marvel movie left off? And this is on the heels of, Disney losing $900 million in recent box office flops, as liberal agenda being pushed in movies like Lightyear and The Little Mermaid turns off moviegoers. Now, is it 100% getting woke, going broke? No, it can't be. It'd be extremely unlikely. In the post-lockdown era of cinema, there are a lot of people. I said this during the lockdown, and I was right. It's not exactly a wild claim to make, but I said that there would be people that just literally never go back to the movies. People that never go back to concerts, to county fairs, because they pumped so much hate, so much fear into everybody, so much, to be scared about, that they would just literally never go back. And when you're Disney and you have $100 million loss after $100 million loss after $200, $300, $400 million loss, Indiana Jones could be Disney's biggest box office disaster since John Carter. This article from just a few days ago. As of writing, director James Mangold's Dial of Destiny has earned $306 million worldwide. To put it in perspective, Barbie has already passed that by $100 million. Including $149.3 million from domestic audiences. The numbers, it all started with not so great, $60 million opening. You have, with much anticipated showdown between Barbie and Oppenheimer, upon us with competition about to become more fierce, which will kick Indy out of the top 5 charts as of tomorrow. From there, it's going to be downhill to slide to Disasterville. all thanks to an overinflated $300 million production budget before marketing. Friends, that is before marketing. They spent another $200 to $300 million on marketing, which means they had to spend, which means that they're going to have to make $700 million just to break even. That's just to break even, friends. The fact that Indiana Jones movie has an even larger budget is concerning, and as of right now, the film is not expected to pass $400 million worldwide. Theaters keep about half that money. So take Disney's $300 million budget, at least $100 million for marketing. Let's be honest, the conventional wisdom is you double that. Meaning that, when they lost $200 million on John Carter, they're going to lose $300 million on Indiana Jones. They're going to lose $300 million on an Indiana Jones film. How Kathleen Kennedy remains employed is mind-blowing to me. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Disney is in full-on panic mode. They no longer know what their fans want. Meanwhile, you look at Top Gun Maverick, Super Mario Brothers, even Barbie. It's not like people aren't willing to show up and go to the movies. It's just, Fast and Furious. People, Disney picked a side. They chose to be political, and this is what you get. Now, some say that Barbie's success kind of throws cold water on that, and it does a little bit. But Barbie is such a huge franchise that it's like a cultural phenomenon. So it being woke or having like anti-man sentiment in it just wasn't enough to tank it. Now, when your target audience is middle-aged women. So it'll be interesting to see if they end up delaying it. I think that would be the nail in the coffin for Captain Marvel as a franchise. It's been, 5 years since the last movie? You put another year in the rearview mirror, no one's even going to care. No one's going to go see that movie. They've got to put it out. They've got to put it out this fall, and they're going to lose money, probably. It's going to be interesting to see, but getting woke has a price, and I'm 100% fine with Disney paying it.